I believe he's the best candidate to help us break the 8. Our focus is to break the 8. Our focus is to present someone who would cause Richard Marube and his family and the NDC to be crying and to be shivering and to be not to be sure of they themselves winning the 2024 elections. And for me, we know that given what he has done and given the expertise and the experience he has, he is no match for any of our candidates. I mean, when you talk about experience-wise, for him to even leave all that he had to do to represent the party in the 2012 election petition, it was great. And we also saw the level of intelligence he exhibited, giving some of the lawyers tough time in court. And so, for me, when it comes to the management of the economy, or when it comes to someone who is best fit to help us to break the 8, in terms of experience, in terms of servitude, in terms of everything, in terms of someone who presents a strong force to be able to help us break the 8, in terms of someone who will be able to move beyond their Akan communities and to ensure, especially in the north and in the upper regions, will be able to amass more votes. I believe it's the vice president.
The others also argue the same case you're arguing for Bawumia now.
Sure.
I mean, Alan and the rest, they have all said several things that shows their commitment to the party and to the country as a whole. I mean, Alan has spoken about his initiatives at trade and all of that. Don't they also qualify in the same vein if we want to be using such records? So
you see, so far we've vetted about 10 party stalwarts. All of them do qualify. But what the party or what we are looking at is who is best fit, who is the best amongst them. Everybody, of course, can lead a party. But the aim is to help us break the 8. And you see, if we are to put their contributions, I mean, yes, everybody would, the agric minister, of course, will have his own contributions to government. Alan will also have same. But when you put all of these together and you compare them to what the vice president has also brought on board, his digitalization agenda, don't forget that even the mobile money interoperability, which the NDC sought to do with some 1.2 billion US dollars, he was able to do this with about 4 million US dollars. And so it tells you that when you compare what he has done in terms of digitalization, in terms of the Ghana card, Ghana Post, everything, compared to what the other candidates to have brought on board, for me, I think the figures speak for themselves, and what the vice president has brought on board far outweighs what every other person has brought on board. Then also, we also talk about experience. For someone who has been the running mate for about 8 years, who has also been vice president, I think he has more experience than any other person, to say the least. So when it comes to someone who is strong, the NDC has always been calling for his name. And whenever he comes out to speak with his facts and figures and with his economic explanations, we all see what happens. The NDC clearly are afraid of him, and they know that once he wins, they are doomed.